Bunker 16 is an indie horror game created by Freeman08 from the far-off year of 2014. Constructed in the Unity engine, you can find this game for free on GameJolt.com, link below in the description. The main plot of this game revolves around a gentleman named Peter Reed, who stumbles upon an old German bunker in the middle of a thunderstorm, and as he enters the establishment for shelter, the door magically closes behind him, trapping him inside. And with only a headlamp, scarce resources, and an inability to close cabinets properly,
No, I should close that. I want to move.
He explores the bunker to discover multiple diary entries from another man named George Walker, who at some point also got trapped in the same bunker as well, and apparently didn't know how to spell conference. Anyways, as you continue to explore the bunker and with each note that you find, you'll discover that Bunker 16 isn't any ordinary bunker, and as George details his bizarre occurrences, it'll seem as if history will repeat itself as you experience very similar events as the game progresses. From the time you wake up from your first nap, you'll start to hear strange noises and you'll notice some various changes in the bunker's layout, from passageways being altered significantly to various paranormal happenings. The story itself isn't the most engaging or compelling, though it's hardly tinfoil hat material in terms of conspiracies, but it's still rather interesting reading what horrors George might have gone through with his descent into madness, and it also makes it interesting as you compare it to your character's current predicament. The main objective of the game is to find a way to escape the bunker without losing your shit and without completely draining your battery life, because you won't be able to properly navigate through the game without it. Seriously, I played through this game a second time to see what else I was missing from the initial playthrough, and your battery life will in fact die if you aren't careful with it. Although, in the kitchen there is a circuit breaker where you can turn on power to one of the 6 main areas inside the bunker. This will become incredibly useful once you understand the basic layout of the maps. As long as you also turn on every light switch you see, then you're pretty much set to go. Though on a first glance you would probably mentally rename this game to Dark Narrow Hallway Roaming Simulator, there really is more than initially meets the eye with this game, or to be more accurate, the ear. It relies heavily on sound design and various audio cues to immerse you within the game's atmosphere, and it's very well done. The music is a bit simplistic and slightly corny, but it's still incredibly effective throughout the experience. When you hear something in the distance growling and moving around, you actually feel as if something is around the corner, waiting to frantically disembowel you and then serve you with a side of fucking broccoli. I think the best kind of horror in a video game is the kind where you have that underlying feeling that something is with you in your vicinity, and it constantly intimidates you, but you have no idea where it is and when it's gonna jump out and go, It takes a certain amount of subtlety and attention to detail to be able to pull something like this off, and the developer of this game definitely knows a thing or two about build-up. It doesn't completely rely on jump scares, gore, and shock value to simultaneously entertain and frighten the player, which is a damn good thing. It does have 1 or 2 jump scares at certain points, but the build-up to those moments are perfectly executed. Oh, what the fuck? Well, that was freaky. Yep. What the hell? Okay, that was, the footsteps and the growling. Though parts of it are scripted once you find certain diary entries, it still knows when to catch you off guard. You might be reading something and then all of a sudden you'll hear the monster growling and rustling around or a woman screaming in the distance. Hell, I'll guarantee you in some instances this game will trick you to hide somewhere because it sounds like something might be lurking nearby. Unfortunately, once you realize there's no plausible threat, then you'll start to let your guard down. You will have a few encounters with the main monster, but for the most part, it's not something that you will feel threatened by. It's not going to pursue you, although it will taunt you and fuck with your head. Hell, he kinda makes me think of what it might be like if your great-grandpa came back from the dead and then jumps out of your birthday cake on your 18th birthday party and then shouts, "Happy birthday, Billy!" But in all seriousness, the monster itself is pretty damn creepy. The most unsettling part of him is that he can manage to turn off your flashlight and surprise you down a hallway. He may not be Nosferatu, but he's still pretty damn creepy in that aspect. Although this game delivers in scare factors, it does have a few notable shortcomings. The map layout can at times be rather confusing, and you might find yourself going around in circles looking for the next diary entry to trigger the next event. With the map switching up somewhat frequently, it can get a little confusing to navigate through the area, though at the same time, the switch-ups will make the game more interesting if you come in with the mindset to explore. Another unfortunate side to this game is the lack of replayability value. Once you discover everything that's in need of discovering, there really isn't much of anything to come back to, which to an extent is kind of disappointing, but having a 1 or 2 time experience for a game as short as this isn't a bad thing at all. If anything, I think it's totally worth at least one playthrough if you're looking for a quick yet fully immersive exploration-based experience. In short, I give it my recommendation.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to get you, Billy, so I got you this.
Oh my god, it's so terrible! Get it away from me! Mom, Grandpa Starticus gave me another bad movie! Can we throw him in the furnace already?
After you finish your homework, you little shit.